Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be answering the age-old question as to whether your Ninja Creami is full of old, rotting, disgusting dairy. I'll be sacrificing one of my machines to answer that question so you don't have to. So you ready? Let's get into this. Remember, opening your Ninja Creami is going to void your warranty, and it can be a little bit dangerous too because you are dealing with electrical components and capacitors that are probably still holding a little bit of a charge in them. I don't recommend that you do this, but I'm just doing it because I keep seeing people ask the exact same question, and frankly, it's going to be really interesting to find out what the real answer is. This is my original Ninja Creami 301, and I've had this just about since this model came out, so it's been about 2 years. So it has quite a bit of use on it, and this should be a pretty good experiment. In case you're not familiar with the problem, here's a general rundown of what's going on. This is the Ninja Creami pitcher. The pints go on the inside here. And this is the lid, and if you look right up here, you can see this hole. Down inside there is the paddle. And just so you can get a better look at it, we'll take this off. And you can see the paddle right here. I'll go ahead and remove it so you can see this a little bit better. So this paddle attaches to this shaft coming out of the machine. The shaft goes up and down with this on the end, and it processes your ice cream like that. The complaint is that since this shaft goes up and down, all of the ice cream is getting on the shaft itself and is getting sucked up into the machine where you can't clean it. Therefore, you would have old, disgusting, rotting ice cream up inside your machine and a whole bunch of bacteria. And then obviously, as you use your machine, that stuff would still be on the shaft, and it would come up and down into your ice cream, and you'd be contaminating everything that you make. To counter that, there's a rubber seal up here that the shaft slides up and down on, and that's supposed to make sure that nothing gets into the machine past that. Also, since this creates a little bit of a vortex, it pushes all the ice cream to the outsides of the pint, so you really shouldn't be getting very much on the shaft itself. But nevertheless, there's people all over the internet complaining about that and voicing their concerns, but I don't know that anybody's ever taken one of these apart to see if that's true or not. So that's what we're doing right now. Alright, this thing uses these security star screws, so just gotta make sure I know what size this is. This video actually isn't gonna be very long because I think we're gonna find out pretty quickly what's going on here. I don't know if it's gonna destroy this machine or not, because I never tried to take one of these apart. You're gonna find out when I do, minus the time it takes to edit this video, and the number of days it's sitting in the queue. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm really hoping that that rubber seal is taking care of this, because I can't tell you how gross this is going to be if it didn't. That and the fact that I use these things all the time, and if stuff is getting past that, there's not really any way to keep it clean, is there? And once we have those screws off, we should be able to pry this open. Alright, there's one side. Turn this around and get the other side. By the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Okay, that pops off and we have another layer. Yet another layer. We're getting closer though, folks. I can see that shaft now, but we're just going to go the extra mile and get this completely out, because I don't think that there's any way I could really get that on camera and show you in a way that you'd really be able to see anything unless I do this. So let's just keep on going. This is coming up. Might be the ticket. Ooh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Ribbon cable here, I'll pop that off. All right. Well, here is the moment of truth. You can see right here, this is the shaft. If I tilt this up, you can see the connector right down here for the paddle. This section contains the seal right here. And this up here is the entire assembly for the shaft. It's a little bit wet here, but that's just lubricant for this because this entire section slides up and down. You can see right here that the shaft isn't dirty at all. It's got a couple of rub marks in here, but if I just take a sponge here and wipe this off, you can see that comes right off. That wasn't dried up ice cream or anything like that. That's just a little bit of residue from friction on this thing here. Remember, I've had this Creami for about 2 years or so, and we've probably made, I don't know, 50, 60 pints of ice cream on this. So I'm not seeing any kind of dairy on this, and if you're looking through the machine up in here, that machine is completely clean on the inside. If you ever wondered how this shaft goes up and down, this is the motor right over here. That just spins left and right, and then it's got these gears along with this threaded shaft in the background, and that just pulls this entire assembly up and down into the machine. Even this whole block back here slides down into the machine as well. So that's pretty cool, actually, how this thing works. Now all I gotta do is figure out how to put this thing back together again, and hopefully I didn't lose any of these screws, right? Man, I'll tell you what, I was holding my breath when I took that last panel off, because I was having nightmares about what might be inside that machine. I was pretty confident that it was gonna be okay before I opened the machine up, but the closer we got to the end, the more I started doubting myself. So hopefully this will give you some peace of mind as to how much stuff actually gets inside your Creami. Granted, as your machine gets older, that seal is gonna wear down a little bit, and at some point it might start letting stuff in. But after 2 years and a whole lot of ice cream, mine seems like it's holding up pretty darn good. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Ninja Creami, we do have an Amazon affiliate link to it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, we do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay. 1 cent. If you like this video, you might like this playlist right up here where we show you all kinds of different low sugar, low fat ice cream recipes that you can do in your Ninja Creami. We add to that on a pretty regular basis, so if you're into really great tasting ice cream that doesn't have all that sugar and fat in it, you might want to check that out, and I bet you might find your favorite flavor in there as well. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.